Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Morning Hustle. This young lady right here is killing the game right now. She has a brand new, it's actually her first album. She gave you heat before, but this is the album. It's called Nightmare Vacation. One time for PG County's own Rico Nasty. What up, lady?
Hey.
What? Oh my God, y'all make it so sweet to come from PG County. I really love it. I love it so much. Wouldn't change it for the world.
Hey, Rico, you know what's crazy is just when we had your party the other day in celebration of you and in celebration of this album, you know, the first thing I noticed when I saw you and I got off the elevator was just how relieved you look, how happy you look. Like, finally, the project is out. We here. It's done. It's out. So you gotta be feeling like a lot of relief, because I know your audience, your fan base has been like, Rico, we need the album. We need the album. And sometimes that can be pressure. Talk about it.
It can be a lot of pressure because, like, obviously everybody just always thinks that you're ready to drop music and that, like, all the songs are just so great. And they don't even understand, like, you know, I'm not just a perfectionist, but I'm not really big on putting things out that don't symbolize or like resonate with who I am and the message that I am trying to portray. So a lot of songs are like, where's this song? Where's that song? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, this song's gone and we're never hearing from it ever again. But I definitely feel a weight lifted off my chest. But ironically, I was leaving a photo shoot last night and we already have the name for the next album and the marketing. And we're just like, fuck it, let's go.
Keep going.
Can we get the exclusive? What's the name of the new project?
Oh God, okay. It's called RX, Rico Infinity. I feel like RX, you see it on a lot of prescription pill bottles. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm just gonna give you guys a bunch of different happy pills and we'll just leave it at that.
We're going to need those happy pills after 2020, but
I know.
Let's talk about this album for a second. And I know the, you know, like being a creative creator, like you are, because like, I don't want to call you a rapper. I don't want to call you an artist. It's bigger than that, you know, because it's the visual, it's the audio, it's the sonics. When you have so many people that love Rico Nasty for various pockets of what you do, how hard is it to feed all those babies? You know, because you got people that want the punk stuff. You got people that want you to rap. You got some people that just want to hear that rebellion, that aggression. How do you know which version of yourself to present as you're putting together a cohesive piece of work?
I definitely feel as though it's important to show all of the emotions that made people fall in love with me. But I feel like the most important ones are the ones that make people feel powerful. Those are the ones I like to tend to the most, the ones that get you up out your seat as soon as you hear that motherfucker. It's like, oh my God, I need to fucking break something. I love giving that energy out because I feel as though we don't have a lot of people telling people that energy isn't them being crazy, but it's just their form of happiness, their form of like, woo, is going nuts sometimes. And I think it's very, very also important to show the rap side too, because obviously, you know, I take pride in being a rapper. Coming from the DMV, seeing all the other people that have come up before me, like I take pride that my hometown said, this is the one we want to represent us. You know, like we got a lot of good rappers. So I take pride in me rapping, but I also feel as though female rap can get a little boring. I'm not gonna lie. Female rap can get a little tad bit boring because you're kind of just rapping about girl stuff all the time. Mm-hmm. So I just be rapping about whatever. And I feel like they kind of just fall into whatever personality that they fall into, honestly. Like if I feel like singing, but it's powerful, then that's what I'll do. But I would never just, I can't never just make one style of music. And sometimes I think that that's bad because I wish I could.
Hey Rico, I wanna ask you too, man. Getting into the album, the cool thing about your fan base is they're constantly hitting you like real time, right? And so I was curious, what is the song that they're loving? Because yes, your albums, your music is very empowering, and it gets me excited. In particular, my tops are "Own It," my tops are "STFU," and my other top is "Smacka." Like we on the radio, Rick, so we can't say those things, but so we'll just call it smack. But what is your fan base like? What are they loving the most so far? What have you gotten the biggest feedback on?
It was so weird. I'm like in a group chat with them, and they all like send me back songs, and I think they were STFU, Back and Forth, Girl Scouts, and Smack.
Wow. Can I just shine the light on Girl Scout cookies real quick? Yo, the first couple bars, like coming in, bad little bitch, and she mixed, she a mutt. Blunt force trauma rap. Let's
That's what we should call that, Rico. That's what we need to call you, yo. Blunt force trauma rap.
like, I was like, well, damn.
So like, no funny shit. Like, when you're from the DMV, you get so, the things people call you are kind of like, it be funny. Like, it's funny sometimes. Like, growing up, that's what I was called. I was called a mutt. Like, a lot of my life, people called me a mutt because it's just like, oh, she's Puerto Rican, she's Spanish, and she's black. And because they will always be like, are you white? Are you this? Are you that? They couldn't put a finger on it. They call me a mutt. So I would just be like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, obviously I'm black, but like when you have like so many people just like trying to call you all these different things, like I feel like the best thing you can do is just turn that shit into power. So I thought it was really important to start the song off with that, because it's like, how many of us be in places as black people and black women and people like, what you mixed with? What you mixed with? Where you from? Oh, you can't just be black. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like growing up, that shit was always weird for me. But like the climate of the world right now, I thought it was so important to put that shit in my music, because like I don't want nobody to ever feel like they don't have a name for themselves. And I feel like we should bring power to the word mutt. Ain't nothing wrong with that word. I love that word.
Has there ever been a time when you felt like, your biracialness was used against you? Or you immediately figured out a way to just take the power in it?
No, I don't think my biracialness was ever. I mean, I don't speak Spanish, so
that could work against you if you would.
I mean, it does work against you. You're like, yeah, I'm Spanish, and they're like, speak Spanish. It's like, I don't speak Spanish. It kind of makes you look like an asshole, because it's like, so why you say you Spanish? But my mom, anybody's ever met my mom, anybody on my mom's side of the family, they all speak fluent Spanish, and it was a time in my life where I was telling people I was black, and my mom was like, damn, so like you're not proud of us? And that shit kind of like hit a whole other perspective, like, damn, because I am proud of where I come from, both parts of where I come from, but like, I don't really know much about my Spanish culture. I just know what my mom has showed me, and Puerto Rican day parades, and I know a lot of songs, and that's as most Spanish as I get.
It'd be like that.
Speaking of mom, is she watching the baby right now?
She is definitely watching the baby right now. And if I'm not mistaken, what time is it? What time is it back home?
We at 3:40.
Oh, he's probably just now getting out of school, or not school, but virtual school.
Yeah, I one of the other things I think people probably don't know. Well, your fan base probably knows, but just how you brought your son along on this journey with you every step of the way, because you have worked your way up from the very beginning. He's always been right there, always rooting for you. But I know that's not easy either, trying to take care of your kid and pursue your dream. But I think that's what's dope about you, is that you've shown that side. So can you speak to just parenting while you're trying to go after a dream? A lot of people think they can't be a good mom and try to pursue their dream, but you've been able to show that you do that, and that you love both sides of it.
I think last night was the first time in a long time that I felt that, I don't know, when I first started, he was about 1 year old, and I was taking him everywhere, and we were going everywhere. Sometimes he would go to the shows with me. He would come to wherever I was. He would just come with me. And because of coronavirus, I was home. And I felt like it was so weird, because I was able to be home at the best point of his childhood. He's talking. He likes all this different stuff, and he's putting me on to stuff, and we got jokes, and we joning on each other, and like, he's just a real person. So last night, I got really sad, because like, I've been with him so much, man. I've been with him more this year than I probably really ever was. I'm with him every single day in, day out. I feel like a real mom, like a real stay-at-home mom. And getting back to work, obviously being out here in LA right now, I was just crying. Like I was crying. I miss him. I miss being around him. I miss his face. I miss him, his laugh. I miss like, you know, that mom thing, like, oh shit, it's too quiet in here. You go, you check on him and he ain't doing nothing. And he's just you're always like, damn, I wonder if he's hungry. And I'm just not used to worrying about myself. And I miss him so much. I don't think you ever get used to it. You're always gonna miss them. You're always gonna feel like you should be with them. And they're always gonna feel like chasing your dreams is robbing them of your presence. And it is.
Mm.
It is. Chasing your dreams is robbing your kids of being around you. But I feel like this small period of time that I'm using to do this, I'll actually be able to be around him when he's older. You know, I won't have to work like this my whole life because I'm catering to my dream, not catering to somebody else's dream, not catering to moving on up one day from a co-manager to manager. No, like this is my world. I'm running it, and I have high hopes that one day I just be working from home, making music from home, studio in the basement, him upstairs. That's the life.
How does your son process the attention that you get as Rico Nasty? Because, you know, your life isn't normal, you know, compared to some of the other kids that, you know, he may, you know, attend school, even if it's virtually with, you know what I mean? Like mom's is Rico Nasty.
One thing I will say for sure is early on coming up from the DMV, this is why I never leave, because it's a type of communication that my fans have. The whole other world wasn't paying attention to at the time. Like my DMV fans had my Twitter before anybody else. Yeah. So it was a very big thing early on. Like if you see me with my kid, don't say nothing to me. Just DM me, or like, I saw you, you know, don't interrupt that moment because you don't know how long it was before I just saw him, or you just don't know. And I'm going to be completely honest. I never had nobody disrespect it. I've never had nobody like bum rush me when they see me with my kid. They'll freak out. And then I'll make clear, like, I'm with Cam. And they'd be like, okay, I'm sorry. And they'll just like walk away. But like, they get it. They understand it and they respect it. They know he's a king. And every time too with Cam, he'd be like, no, stop. No pictures. I don't want to take no pictures. He don't play that shit. He don't.
That is so dope that people know their lines. Now, the music is fire. You know, Angie picked her favorites. Some of my joints is you know, I like Loser. Definitely like Own It. It's a vibe. I like the Posse cut too. Smack a beat. Angie was talking about that. I feel like that's like the perfect song to, you know, get off work to. You know, thank God I didn't today. You know, what is the last actual job you held, and how did you quit it, Rico?
Oh God, the last actual job I held, I was working at the hospital, and I was receptionist. And believe it, oh God, this sounds so terrible. I didn't get fired. I mean, I didn't quit. I got fired for being on my phone because I was trying to. It was like a lot of shit going on with iCarly. Like I had just made the song. I was like trying to work Lander or something like that, like get it mixed.
Oh, the digital online mixing joint.
Yeah, and I was just constantly checking my email, texting my boyfriend, who's also a manager, just like, what are we doing next? What's this? Well, video shoot. People were just always like, bro, get off your phone. And I remember one day, she just pulled me to the side and was just like, you should just go home. And I was like, okay. And not even thinking, like, I'm getting fired. I'm like, okay, bet, I'm out this motherfucker. Deuces. And I left, and I went home, and 2 days, I go like 3 days without working, and I called and I'm like, yo, so I'm not on the schedule. I'm not understanding what's happening right now. And she was just like, you know, I just don't think that this is where you really want to work. And I remember getting into a whole screaming match, like, what do you mean you don't think this is where I want to work? Where else am I going to work? I have a baby. I have a child. Like, where am I going to work? Like, I'm freaking out. Like, you're just going to leave me like this. And that rage got me into this headspace where it was just like, well, you know what? I'll never ask you for I'll never ask you for nothing. I'll never ask anyone for anything. I will do this myself. And I did, bro. I really did. That's what Taurus Like, I couldn't rely on nobody else. I just made it happen with what I could.
So is this where it kind of all changed? Because anybody who's followed your musical path knows that, you know, the way Rico Nasty sounds now is way different than like iCarly and, you know, and all the records from back in the
Oh,
day.
no. That voice, that angriness, it definitely started from like real shit. We gonna keep it 100. You come out the DMV, people steal. They steal from you. Because no, you know, it's almost like nobody's watching when they steal. It doesn't matter because it's like when it's all said and done, nobody even saw you do what you did. So that voice really comes from just like that feeling like I'm on the cusp of making it out of the DMV. I see so many people trying to claim this style that I did. And if I don't make a turn for something that is going to gravitate people to me, they will never know that this was mine. So I just had to fucking put my foot in that shit. Like, yo, no, I stand firm on this. You can check the videos, you can check the dates, you can check the tweets. This is my shit. This is mine. It was always mine. I never shared it with nobody. This was never like a thing like we came up with together. Even my boyfriend, like my manager still to this day, he didn't help me come up with Sugar Trap. But I came up with that name on my own. And he's just like, that's hard. You need to add some flame to that. Don't just have a sweet name and a moment. Create a lifestyle. And that's what we did.
Yeah. I want to, you know, that's the other thing, Rico, like you really show people that you can be original, completely original, be yourself. And even if it's not in alignment with what the trend is, you can still be extremely successful. And I've always respected you for that, even back in Sugar Trap days, because as you know, coming from Prince George's County, like your style is unique. That's not, you know, it's, you stood out even from where you're from, right? And you continue to just carve out your own lane and people love you for that. So can you speak to just originality and like you said, not following the trends and, you know, how that's kind of gotten you all these other things, Fenty Beauty, your own lines, all of that, just being authentically you.
Well, I feel like if you walk into a store and everybody's following the trend and you're the only one that ain't got on what everybody else got on, they gonna remember you more. You know, it might at first, it's like ripping off a Band-Aid. You're gonna have a lot of people looking at you like you're crazy. You're gonna have a lot of people looking at you sideways when you walk in. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, when everybody go home that night, they're gonna be like, who is that motherfucker dressed like? Like, who was that? You know what I'm saying? I swear, whether it's good or bad, whether they like it or they don't, they're always gonna go home. Who was that? And you live in their head rent free. So, you know, don't be scared to make the trends either. I feel like that's a part of being original. You gotta make the trends. You gotta step out the box. But, you know, speaking to so many people who come from the DMV, we're already so different. It's already so different. Like, DMV is the only place that people can literally say Maryland and be like, nah, Baltimore. Like, it's weird how we are literally so many different places at once. And we have to take pride in that. Like, it's okay if you from a bunch of different places in the DMV. I feel like that's why I'm very versatile too. Like, I grew up in Virginia with my cousins, you know, some slight shit. And then I lived in Baltimore. I went to school in Baltimore for 4 years. And then I went to Flowers. I graduated from Flowers. Like, we lived in Anne Arundel County for a little while. I lived in Largo for a little while. I moved to Suitland my 10th grade year. Then I lived in Branch. Like, it was just like, I never was just like, oh, I'm from Largo. Like, I love Largo. I'm from Largo. I did all my music stuff and high school stuff. Largo. I run Largo. But anywhere else, it's like, you know, it's just like home. It's like home. You got to make everywhere feel like home, bro. You can't never feel like a fish out of water, ever. Don't let nobody make you feel different.
And yo, you're different though, in the best way possible. Now, Rico, you was just talking about the DMV, and I know you work well with others. We see your collabs across the board. If you had to build your own DMV posse cut, right? Like maybe 5 solid artists from the area. Who's on that record and who's doing what?
Okay. Let's go. At the DMV right now. Oh, we got Damn, we got some fire. Hold on, wait. So we talking about motherfucker? Are we talking about like the names that people already know? We talking about some new sneaky names that I probably
Even
should put y'all
sneaky
on
names, because here's the thing: people might see this early. I mean, like Rico was on this early.
Let's go. All right, so Baby 50, definitely. My best friend loves him.
Baby
Zan Man definitely is like a force to be reckoned with. I feel like any person who gets a lot of their recognition outside of the DMV first is like, I don't know, he mixing up some medicine over there. People need to pay attention to that. And I just seen a tweet of him just like, I ain't never gonna stay in the box that I blew up with. And I love that even more. Like, he gonna be making some different shit soon. Young Manny is somebody who, his videos, like, y'all love my videos, but like, if you really look at his videos, I love Young Manny's videos. They are a great representation of the DMV. I feel as though he gets a lot of like cool places shot. And if we talking women, there's Zariah, there's I miss Shelly. Shelly's not in the DMV anymore. She went to Atlanta, but she's still in the DMV.
She's still repping.
She's still repping. We're gonna go Shelly. We're gonna go somebody else named Charlie Monroe. The Jack Girls. It's so many female rappers out in the DMV. I love them so much.
There's no way we can keep this record.
What's the other girls?
This has turned into a choir crack. This is
like We Are the World now of DMV. Like, it's gonna be a long song.
Oh yeah, y'all ain't hip. I could go on and on and on.
But it's so dope to see you show so much love to people, like, from the code, that's on the grind. It's dope, man. It's dope because, some people act like they are unaware of anything else going on around them. So that's big.
Why would I do that? I'm lonely as shit in the studio. I be waiting niggas to slide on me. Come on,
man. If you say that, your DM's about to be flooded because, like, you could do so many different things, you know what I'm saying, in the music space, and your energy would be welcome on any track, man. I think you add seasoning to anything you jump on. Here for that. So I know it's getting late. You got to slide. So I want to play a game with you on the way out. It's called Nightmare or Vacation. I'm going to give you some scenarios. You let me know if to you this is a nightmare or a vacation. All right. You're on vacay for a whole week. You stuck in a hotel room, but the TV is only stuck on the Hallmark channel. Nightmare or vacation?
Nightmare.
I can't think of anything to watch on the Hallmark channel.
Hallmark be having some good movies, yo.
But because you're a nice person, Angie.
Lifetime or Hallmark?
Hallmark.
Lifetime over Hallmark, yes.
Lifetime over Hallmark. I could watch Lifetime all day.
Hallmark is just so soft.
Hallmark is too sweet. It's too nice.
Hallmark is like movies about God and puppies and like virtues and stuff.
Virtues.
That's the same reason I don't watch This Is Us. It just seems like it's too wholesome of a show. Like, it's like, who got a gun?
I'm crying. This is
another show I love, but okay, yeah.
Because you're a nice person. All right, Rico Nasty. Somebody blessed you with a pound of weed for Christmas, but it's all Reggie. Nightmare or vacation?
That is a nightmare. But hold on. There is use for Reggie. Please don't let nobody ever say that. You can make edibles with that.
True. So it's all about how you turn them lemons to lemonade.
Use it for. That's the only thing you should ever use it for is because if not, if you smoke it, you're gonna get a headache. But if you use it on some edibles, you should be fine.
What's your craziest edible story?
Trash.
I know you got one.
Who gave me Reggie? Why didn't do that?
Like, what's your worst edible story? Because I feel like you got a bunch.
Oh my God. Okay, my worst edible story. Oh God, ironically, it's at Arundel Mills Mall. At that fucking medieval thing.
Oh, medieval time?
Medieval place. Yeah, I went with my dad. And this is so weird, but I went with my dad and I had ate an edible before he picked me up. And my dad, he smoked weed and shit, but like I was in high school, so he was just like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you so sleepy? And I'm like, I'm just sleepy, whatever. So we get to the medieval times place. And I don't know if anybody's ever been there. They have the biggest chicken wings, like legs of chicken that I've ever seen. And I was just so high. And I just remember trying to eat all that chicken. And like, I remember eating the chicken like a savage and looking up at my dad, and my eyes are bloodshot red. And my dad is like, "You high, ain't you?" Crying, laughing. That was one of my best edible stories, but I don't really eat edibles like that.
You know, not everybody can hang. All right, cool. Last
Ditto.
one. We know that your boyfriend is your manager. Let's just say, right?
Yeah.
You know, apparently this is going very well. He's the guy of your dreams, I'd imagine. But imagine if his voice was 10 octaves higher. Would that be a nightmare or a vacation?
That's how he sounds when he gets mad. he's like, baby, I don't know. He'd be like, what? What are you talking about? And his voice go up real high when we get to arguments. I feel like his voice go up when he lying.
Yeah,
I don't know. It ain't nothing
definitely
that's gonna make me leave him. Maybe like, it's not, if he go bald, I'm probably rolling out, but that's about it. And I wear wigs, so I probably just get him right with a lace front or something.
Yeah, I see Malik going back and forth. Does he need to, should he get involved in this? Because I feel like he should defend himself. Tell Malik, come into the picture. Tell Malik, come in the picture, Malik.
She's
Malik.
Cap.
No,
It's all cap.
My voice does not get high when we argue.
Me and you got the same tone, bro. I definitely know your voice get high because mine does too.
It do. It definitely does. He look like Wizard Kelly right now. He's not even in this.
I can't get in. It's a little
It's Wizard
box,
Kelly,
man.
y'all. Oh man, we 5 years in it. Anybody
That's
watching
what's up.
this, if you're 5 years in it and you work with your significant other, just know we are not in love every day.
It's life.
Just like,
is.
but you know what? But Malik always got your back though.
And I always got kids, and we
Thank you, Angie.
we love each other. But I just want people to watch because they be like, yo, they're so in love. Every day must be so great. You know I'm an asshole.
Sure.
Yeah. So you know, it's work. It's a lot of work.
What is your biggest pet
Everything
peeve
isn't
about
just
Rico?
The morning.
The morning is the
horrible
worst.
She's not a morning person. I think she's attacking him on camera. What's happening?
It's like it's 10 o'clock. You know, it's a little quick 30 minutes, and then she's like, "Okay, everything's okay. It's fine." She just hates them.
Yeah, I'm an asshole in the morning.
So the first 30 minutes of
always
the
wake up
morning
like-
is tragic.
Yeah, I always wake up like, oh, why did my breath stink? He's like, it's the morning. Or does he wake up like, oh, it's crust in my eye. Who told me to sleep last night? Like, what's wrong?
Well, yo, Rico, from 5 years to the next 10 to the next 50 years of y'all being together, y'all keep it together. We need some couples to root for in the culture. Yo, the album is called Nightmare Vacation. It's a hell of a ride. If the elevator door was about to close and you had to explain to people why they should listen to it, what would you say?
I would say, do you like being bored all fucking day? You like being bored? Why don't you want to listen to it? You like being bored? Do you want to die in this elevator alone? Listen to Nightmare Vacation.
And that'll sell it. That'll definitely sell it, Rico.
Well, yo, Rico, we love you. Thank you so much for pulling up. Rico Nasty's in the building. Be sure you cop Nightmare Vacation. And if you like makeup or you're looking for a dope gift to get to people for the holidays, where can they get your makeup line?
Oh my gosh, you guys can get my makeup at illmaquillage.com. And you guys can check, you know, we're doing a sale on merch right now at riconastymusic.com. Make sure you guys get your merch, your his and hers merch. We got candles, we got blankets, we got pillows, we got robes, we got all types of shit for the holidays. You hear me? Because it's time to get real cozy and snuggle up.
Truth.
There it is, yo.
There
That's
it is.
Rico Nasty. Get some merch. Get some goods. Bump that album. Peace and love, sis.
Thank you guys. Bye.